So my wife has been asking for a bidet toilet seat for years, and I finally got around to installing one for her. She absolutely loves this bidet seat. She even had me install one at her best friend's house, and she uses it every day. So in this video, I'm going to show you where I got this one and also how to install it. And guys, if someone shared this video with you, I think it's a hint. Now it could cost you about $600 to $1,000 for a plumber and about $600 to $1,500 for an electrician, depending on how hard the project is. But luckily, I've got a van full of tools and I know what to do. Okay, first thing we did is we went to Amazon and we looked around and we found this model that had a lot of features but was also in our budget. And now the prices might change, so you want to check on it and see what price it is today. I'll leave a link in the description and you can order it from there if you'd like. Now before you order your bidet toilet seat, you need to check your toilet bowl and see if it is a round bowl or an elongated bowl. When you're standing above it and you look down, it's pretty easy to tell if it's more stretched out or if it's more round. It's very important that you order the right one so it will fit your bowl. You don't want to have any trouble with it fitting. The control panel is on the side and it allows you to control everything from the nozzle position to the water pressure to the air temperature or the seat temperature, and then you can choose at a press of a button whether you're washing the back side or the other side. It even has a display to tell you the temperature setting, and there's even a night light. Okay, we ordered our package, it finally arrived, and now it's time to get to work. You know, I think it's funny that the word bidet comes from the word pony in French, which explains why the T is silent, kind of like in Chevrolet or Merlot. Okay, first the instructions say to remove the old toilet seat. Grab your tools, guys, we're going in. We need to pop open the plastic covers on the back of the toilet seat. Sometimes you can use your hand, other times you might need a flathead screwdriver to pop it open. Now take your Phillips screwdriver or your flathead screwdriver, depending on which one you need, and unscrew it. Remember, lefty-loosey, righty-tighty, so screw counterclockwise to take them off. But if you find yourself spinning and spinning and it won't come apart, it's possible that the nut below is spinning with it, and so you'll need to grab it and hold it still, either with your hand or a pair of pliers. And literally these plastic nuts and bolts are all that's holding your seat down. And if sometimes your seat is loose, this is what you need to tighten. Okay, let's set this old seat cover off to the side. And next we need to take the rubber expansion bolts and place them into the holes on the toilet. But I tried and I tried and I tried, and I have strong hands, and for the life of me I could not get these things in. But I'll share a little tip with you. First, get them really wet, and then they'll be 10 times easier to push into the hole. And I was tempted to use my screwdriver, but I really didn't want to scratch my toilet bowl. The next step is to remove the base plate. We're going to press in the lever to release the lock while simultaneously pulling out the base plate. And now we want to mount the base plate using the bolts. So first we're going to line everything up nice and straight, but make sure the opening where the seat slides in is facing forward. And although your screws need to be tight, they can't be overly tight, but they also can't be loose, just tight. And now we need to use the shake test with our hand using enough force as if it were the weight of a human butt. And how much force is that? Well, if you know, you know. Now, while holding the locking button down, you slide the seat into place. And it might look like it's done, but it's not. Check this out. There's this huge gap in the front because the seat is too far forward. So now we have to remove the seat and adjust the base. And yes, I'm using a drill, but I gotta warn you, if you're not the kind of guy who uses a drill every day, don't use a drill today. Okay, we moved our base further back, which also moves our seat further back. And now it's aligned just right. Next, let's pull out our plumber's crack and get wet. I always like to throw a napkin down to catch some sprinklage. Now first, we need to turn off the supply valve, that way there's no water going through this tube. And we need to unscrew the connection right here. But wait, don't do it yet, because this tank is full of water and it's going to dump all over the floor. So let's flush it to empty it out. And look inside and make sure it doesn't refill. And it shouldn't, because our supply valve is off. And now we can confidently disconnect the top side of the supply line. And now let's install the three-way valve. What do you think? Isn't this a great gift idea? We need to make sure the angled black washer is facing up towards the toilet bowl. And this model already came with the filter connected to the three-way valve. Now this larger fitting just screws right into the toilet bowl connector. And be careful, because these fittings are all made out of plastic, so we don't want to over tighten, because they could crack. Make sure they're hand tight, but very tight, but not too tight. Also, you should really use two hands, one to twist and one to hold the three-way straight. I'm just using one hand because I'm also recording. Okay, we're doing good so far. We have our supply line connected to our three-way valve and our three-way valve connected to our toilet bowl. Now we need to connect the filter, but I really hope you didn't lose these two blue clamps because you're gonna need them soon. And double check your filter, make sure everything's connected and ready to go. Now insert the plastic tube into the connector and push it down all the way. Now take one of the blue clasps and we're going to connect it right here. Here, let me show you what it looks like. It just snaps right into the groove. Then we'll take our other clamp and connect it to the other side of the filter. See, there should be one over here and then one down here on the other side. Next, we're going to turn the valve on, and we're going to leave it on for 3 to 5 minutes before plugging it in. That'll give the tank time to fill up, as well as the reservoir for the bidet seat. Also, during this time, we need to check for any leaks. And you're not going to do it, but I do recommend you check for leaks all throughout your home, periodically, maybe monthly. Okay, let's plug this bad boy in. Wait. Uh-oh. Oh no, we don't have an outlet nearby. There's no power. But look, there's power over here. Yeah, and it's actually perfectly where we need to be. Yeah, I'll just drop power down from there. And it has to be a GFCI outlet, a ground fault circuit interrupter, because it's near water. Hey guys, I'm wondering if you found this video useful. Just let me know either in the comments or maybe by clicking like, because that's the only way I'll know. Also, if you want to order this exact model, I placed the link in the description of the video. Now it's time to capture that thumbnail. Don't worry, it has a water filter.